Hi, Melissa. It's so good to see you, even though it's virtually. It's been a long time. I'm so curious. How has PJ Library enhanced your children's experience during their time at home?
It's a good question. Um, we have always enjoyed reading to our kids ever since they were babies and have really worked to model and instill a love of reading into them. So when we transitioned to this, new world of at-home learning, we created the checklist of, the things we expect you to do every day. And on that list was carved out reading time. We've always let the kids pick the books they want to read because we thought that was empowering to them. And I just love the number of times that I saw them go and choose a PJ Library book. And when I thought about it, because you get a new one every month, but we probably have essentially a library's worth of PJ Library books. With an 8-year-old and a 6-year-old, it's a lot of books. But I really think watching them read them, these PJ Library books provided a sense of familiarity and connection to them at a time where the world they're experiencing is really anything but familiar or connected in the ways that they're used to. And so I think it really it was almost like a safety blanket for them. I think it was something they could come to that was familiar and they knew they would enjoy it. It would lead them to engage with us, something to bring us together. And I think that's why they chose those books so often.
I love that so much. I was so inspired when I saw that Zachary was creating his own almost virtual food drive to speak out to the community and ask for people to contribute canned food to his food drive. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Sure. As a parent, I think probably like many other parents, I sometimes struggle with how to teach certain values to my kids, and responsibility and respect and helping others in community are certainly on that list. And during this time especially, where I know how truly fortunate we are and how hard it is for a 6-year-old to understand how fortunate they are and how so many people aren't in the position that they are. When he asked what we could do to help people, he's familiar. We've volunteered at organizations where we make sandwiches or lunches that go to DISD kids home in their backpacks, and he wanted to know if we could do that. And I said, right now, because of the pandemic, we can't, but here's what we could do. And he asked if we could collect food and where we could take it. And so it really was his initiative of wanting to do something in the community, which I would love to take credit as amazing parenting. But I do think it's really because of things like PJ Library books that give us the opportunity to teach kids about what it means to be part of a community, to talk about who are you responsible for and how do you take responsibility and what do you do to get through difficult times, that really have helped shape and mold him into a child that was his reaction at a time like this. So Alyse, I'm curious, how has PJ Library adapted to the growing need of young families as they've really had to pivot to their children learning at home?
Of course, we miss our in-person gatherings and events. It's really hard to shift to an online platform. But some of the things that we've tried to do is to provide families with the resources that they may be in need of, to share on a daily basis all kinds of opportunities from our national headquarters so that people can connect to a variety of different ways of exploring things like a zoo, a museum, all different kinds of literary opportunities to connect with authors. And it's been really exciting to see the reaction of some of our families. It's not easy. Of course, like I said, we miss our in-person events and opportunities to really connect and be person to person, but it's the second best and a way to stay connected during this challenging time.
I like that.
Melissa, can you share with us why you were so inspired to contribute to the annual campaign?
I have been able to grow so much through PJ Library and my involvement there, as well as other parts of the Federation and programs they support. And I think especially right now, I'm reminded how critical community is. And it is my responsibility, if I have taken something from an organization and gained something from it and benefited from it, then I have a responsibility to help them grow. And that's why I think it's important to do whatever it is we can, you know, however large or small, but to show how much we appreciate what we've been able to take away from the fruits of the Federation's efforts.
Thank you, Melissa. It's always been such a pleasure to serve your family as part of the PJ Library family, and to have your support as a professional, as part of the Federation team. I really cherish so many memories and experiences that we had together, and look forward to many, many, many more special PJ Library. I'm going to say that again. I really look forward to sharing many special PJ Library memories with you and your family. And I wish you only the best as we move forward, hopefully to much more happy and better times. Thank you so much for your help.
Of course. Thank you, Alyse. Thank you for everything you do.